Well, hello once again, everyone, and welcome to play-by-play and commentary coverage for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Pacers Thunder. Pacers lead this series 2-1. Hello again. My name is John. You can follow me on YouTube, Sports Bonanza John. Would appreciate a like and subscribe there. I'm also on Twitch, Sport Guru John. I will have a Kick page, Sports Kick John. That is not active as of yet, but hope to be getting that active here soon. Well, we've alternated wins in the first three games of this series. Thunder losing game one in heartbreaking fashion on the Halliburton shot. Thunder bounced back emphatically in game two with a strong win, and the Pacers, with a strong fourth quarter in game three, captured the 9-point win to take this series lead 2-1. Something's going to give in this game four. The Thunder have not lost back-to-back games all playoffs long. Meanwhile, the Pacers have not lost a game four in the playoffs. So something's going to give there. We do have a starting lineup change tonight that we will share with you as well. If you're new to the page here, Sports Bonanza John, I will have the live chat open for everybody. Feel free to chime in. Appreciate you all joining tonight. There'll be play-by-play and commentary for this game four. Follow my stream. I do start every stream with a prayer, so we're going to go ahead and start with that now. Lord, thank you for giving us this day and blessing us on this day, Lord, and enjoy and with this game tonight. Please keep everybody safe. Please keep the players safe, the fans safe, and let us enjoy ourselves, Lord, as we thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, starting lineup change for the Thunder, which we'll tell you about here for Game 4. Hartenstein is going to be in the starting lineup for Game 4 for the Thunder as they're changing things up tonight. News for the Pacers, Miles Turner has been fighting an illness. He is not listed on the injury report. How much he will play, how productive he will be is yet to see. He did not have a great shooting game in Game 3, but he did have 6 key block shots defensively that helped the Pacers for that Game 3 victory over the Thunder, 116-107. As mentioned, the Thunder, this is a game 4 that they are trying to win here and force a best-of-3 NBA Finals. The Pacers, with a win, will be just one win away from their first NBA championship and their second NBA Finals appearance. The Oklahoma City Thunder are looking for their first championship as the Oklahoma City Thunder franchise. Franchise did win a championship in 1979 when they were still the Seattle Supersonics before they moved to Oklahoma City after the 2007-2008 season. We will see what happens here. Again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just shy of 100 points for these first three games for the Thunder. He had a decent game the other night, but the Pacers really did a great job holding him down. And where would the Pacers, would they have won that game 3 without the without the production of Bennedict Mathurin off the bench? He had to be probably the MVP of Game 3. They do not win Game 3 without Mathurin's play off the bench in that game. And he did not coming in until the second quarter in that game. So a very, very crucial Game 4 from Indianapolis tonight for the Thunder and the Pacers, as we are just moments away from tip-off in Game 4, another gold out at Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight. Any new viewers, want to give you a quick synopsis of the page here. Not only do I do NBA Finals, I was hoping to do a little bit of the College World Series this afternoon. I do have a full-time job and got to pay the bills, so did not get off quite as early as I wanted to. So with you, Game 4 for Game 4 tonight in the NBA Finals. Here's the starting lineup for the Thunder. Dort, Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander, Holmgren. I mentioned Hartenstein getting the start tonight for the Thunder, and a little bit of a lineup change there. Pacers, your normal starting 5, as you've seen pretty much all playoffs long. Nembhard, Nesmith, Halliburton, Siakam, and Turner. Again, Turner is fighting an illness, so not sure how productive or how long he will play tonight. So we'll see how that will affect Miles Turner. Both these teams went very deep off the bench in Game 3. Both teams playing 10 players plus and significant minutes in that game as well. I'm trying a little bit different on this. We do have the live chat open and the window is open tonight. That's something my fault I failed to do the first 2, but the live chat window is open tonight. And we are set for a Game 4. Thunder, Pacers leading 2-1. Mentioned at the outset, Thunder have not lost back-to-back games all playoffs, nor have the Pacers lost a Game 4 in this year's playoffs. So here we go in Game 4 from Gainbridge, and the Thunder have the game's first possession. And Dort inside very quickly gets the first two of the night for the Thunder. I do want to point out something here at the first chance I get. Turner missed it on his first shot of the game, rebounded by Oklahoma City. This is Holmgren with it right now, and Holmgren at the top of the key. That's a long two, a two-pointer for Holmgren, and it is 4-0. Halliburton now for the Pacers. Neesmith finds Siakam for a three, and the Pacers on the board with first 3 points of the night go to Siakam for the three-pointer, and it's 4-3 a minute in. Up come the Thunder. This is Williams. To Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander turns it over early. Thunder had 17 of those in Game 3. Siakam, the spin. Turner finds Halliburton. Halliburton thought about it, now gives it up to a wide open three-pointer. That's Neesmith, and it's 6-4. Pacers with their first lead. Gilgeous-Alexander with it right now. Nembhard on him. Gilgeous-Alexander misses, but Hartenstein keeps it alive for the Thunder, gives it back to the MVP, Gilgeous-Alexander, and the floater inside ties the game at 6, and Gilgeous-Alexander's first 2 points. Turner, nice look inside, and the finish underneath, and the Pacers back in front, 8-6. Gilgeous-Alexander will bring it up the floor for the Thunder. They've had Nembhard guarding Gilgeous-Alexander significant time here the last couple games. This is Williams, a step back three. That's short. And back come the Pacers. Siakam will bring it up the floor this time. Siakam finds Halliburton. Over it goes to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. From the beginning of the Pacers logo, and buries a three. It's 11-6. That was from the parking lot. And we have a foul at the other end on the Thunder. I do want to point out real quick for anybody that has not joined me the first two nights. I have brought this up the first 2 nights. I do have YouTube TV. There is a significant delay, I am aware, from real-time action and the action I am bringing you. I can't really do much with the delay. When I've tried to pull it before, it starts buffering real bad. So unfortunately, there's nothing really I can do to fix that. So I just want to point that out. Williams at the line hits the first. Makes it an 11-7 game. Williams, a 26-point Game 3 for the Thunder. And he has his first points of this game, making it 11-8. Nearly 3 minutes in here in Game 3. Halliburton with it, who just hit that long three-pointer the possession ago. And the inside jumper, and a foul is called. Late call there, but the foul was called. And it's going to be Hartenstein getting his first foul for the Thunder. So 2 free throws for Miles Turner. Trying to extend the Pacer lead back to 5, 11-8 right now. Turner's first free throw is good. Miles Turner, mentioned, had not the greatest shooting game in Game 3, but boy, did he come up defensively with all those blocks against the Thunder. I believe those 6 blocks he had in that game as he hits 2 free throws here. Battling an illness tonight, but he's in there, and it's 13-8. Holmgren is fouled by Siakam. And Holmgren a little shaken up here as he remains down on the floor. Like he's holding his left ankle. I don't know if he twisted it on the way down. Yeah, that was a little awkward there for Holmgren. I had an ankle injury before. Believe me, they are not fun. So Holmgren does get up and will hit it and will shoot his 2 free throws. First free throw is good. Had a double-double in Game 3, did Holmgren, 20 points and 10 rebounds. 13 of those 20 points, though, came in the first quarter. Pacers did a good job defensively on him after that first quarter as he hits both here to make it a 3-point game, 13-10. Siakam with a long one misses, and Holmgren pulls down the Thunder rebound. And back the other way comes Oklahoma City. Down 3.5 into this one. Williams with it now. Williams missed it. Rebound, Nesmith. Back come the Pacers. Nembhard. Nembhard thought about it, instead resets it here. Halliburton. Halliburton finds the jumper from the foul line. That's good. It's 15-10. Williams. Spinning. Williams with the right hand got bumped. And this one's going to be on Nesmith. So Nesmith with the foul on Williams. And Williams heads to the line for the Thunder. It's the first. First look at Caruso as he comes in for the first time tonight for the Thunder. One more free throw coming for Williams. Try to cut this back to a 3-point lead. And he does so, 15-12. Pacers bring it up the floor with Halliburton. Halliburton guarded by Dort. Halliburton puts it up with the right hand. No good, but a putback off the miss from Miles Turner. That's 6 for him. And it's 17-12 Pacers. Here's Caruso. Bounce pass to Gilgeous-Alexander, but cut off by Nembhard. Gilgeous-Alexander with a forced shot there. Great job defensively for Indiana, and back they come. Nembhard now kicks it back out, and the Pacers reset with 10 to shoot. Halliburton. Siakam. Siakam with 5 to shoot. Siakam outside. A 3-pointer good by Nembhard in the corner. It's an 8-point Indiana lead and a timeout Oklahoma City. Well, the Pacers have gotten off to slow starts in this finals, but off to a very quick start in this one, 20-12. And a Nembhard 3 in the corner. An 8-point lead for Indiana. Largest lead of the game to this point, 20-12, with 7:01 remaining in this opening quarter. Pacers red hot shooting from the outset, 7 for 10. That's 70%. And they are 4 for 5 from 3-point range early on. The Thunder in this series have really owned this first quarter, as mentioned earlier. This is an incredible stat. The Thunder in the first 3 games of this series are plus 23 in the first quarter against the Pacers. Pretty even in the second. Thunder are only plus 3. The Thunder have outscored the Pacers by 7 in the third quarter in this series. But this stat right here is pretty much the telling sign so far in this series. In the fourth quarter in this series, the Pacers have outscored the Thunder by 27 points in the first 3 games. Fourth quarter is really what won them game 3. Pacers have owned the fourth quarters in this series. Thunder have been the team in control the first quarter and the first half, really, in this series. But right now, they find themselves in an 8-point hole at 20-12. And Miles Turner battling that illness, but looking pretty good out there so far, as he's the team's leading scorer for the Pacers with 6 points early on, as he's 2 for 3 from the floor. Siakam with 5, and then 3 points each for Nesmith, Nembhard, and Halliburton. Thunder have 4 points apiece from Holmgren and Williams, and 2 from Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort. So the Pacers, with 70% shooting, lead this game early on, 20-12, 5 minutes into this one. So after this game, there will be another 2-day break as they travel back to Oklahoma City for Game 5. That will be Monday night in Oklahoma City. Will this be a 2-2 series and be a best-of-3 series? Does the Thunder take home court back? Or will the Pacers be up 3-1 and have a chance to close it out in Game 5? The Pacers' deepest series this year has been the Knicks took them to 6. They had won their previous 2 series against the Bucks and the Cavs, both in 5 games apiece. So if you recall, the Thunder had that 7-gamer against the Nuggets earlier in the playoffs, but then did close out Minnesota in 5 in the West Finals. So a 20-12 lead here early. You have to like the job the Pacers and Andrew Nembhard has done on the NBA MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's done a great job of shutting him down on him pretty much all Game 3 and has done a pretty good job defensively, as Gilgeous-Alexander has just the 2 points so far in this one. We'll have to keep an eye on Holmgren as well. He rolled his ankle on that foul earlier in this quarter. We'll have to keep an eye on him. So following the timeout, the Thunder have it. Caruso will bring it up. Gilgeous-Alexander will get it here. Thought about it, finds Dort, back to Caruso. Caruso on the drive. Caruso puts it up off the glass. Count it, and a foul. And Caruso will have a chance for a 3-point play for the Thunder. Halliburton not liking that call. The official says he got him on the hand. And Caruso will have a chance for a 3-point play. And will complete the 3-point play to cut the lead to 5, 20-15. 6:40 mark opening quarter as Nembhard will bring it up for the Pacers. Obi Toppin in for the first time for Indiana. Toppin gets the shot here, and his first shot attempt in the paint is good. And it's 22-15. Caruso at the other end tried to go behind the back and instead turns it over. Halliburton with it here. And the Pacers reset. Here's Halliburton. Foul line jumper. That's good. And the Pacers lead up to 9, 24-15. Pacers 75% shooting early on from the floor. Oklahoma City at 50. Williams off the glass over Ben Shepherd, and it's 24-17 as we're just past the midway point of the first quarter. And the Pacers turn it over here. Nembhard trying to find Halliburton, but missed him, and a turnover. First turnover for the Pacers. Thunder down 7 with the ball. Caruso inbounds to Williams. Williams brings it up the floor. Being guarded by Ben Sheppard. Williams puts it up with the left hand and scores against Sheppard, 24-19. Jalen Williams with 8 for the Thunder. Nembhard with it. Shot clock down to 5 for the Pacers. Nembhard, Pacers going to have to put something up here, and they turn it over instead. Back-to-back turnovers for the Pacers. And Holmgren has it knocked out of bounds. It will stay Thunder ball. Holmgren still looks a little gimpy out there on that ankle. He's toughening it out, though. And for the first time for the Pacers, T.J. McConnell. He was a big help for the Pacers in that Game 3 win, too. Williams gets bumped. Williams will head to the line for 2 for the Thunder. .505 to go in the quarter. First free throw is good. And one more coming for Jalen Williams. Pacers going deep into their bench again as the bench. A big advantage for the Pacers in Game 3. And here is Mathurin. Probably the Game 3 hero for the Pacers. As Williams hits 2. And it's 24-21. 5 to go, opening quarter. Game 4. Here's McConnell. Outside to Toppin. Toppin now drives inside. Puts it up with the right hand, but will not drop. Rebound to the Thunder. They could cut this to 1 or tie it with a 3. Outside to Dort. Dort tries a 3. And the game is tied at 24, and that leads to a Pacers timeout as Dort hits the 3 from outside. And the Thunder on a 9-0 run here in a last minute and a half, and they have pulled even at 24 in this one. So the Pacers 69% shooting in this first quarter compared to the Thunder's 58. Teams red hot from the floor here early on. This helped the Thunder here in the first quarter to claw back in. They've been to the free throw line 9 times. They've outshot the Pacers 9-2 from the free throw line. Neither team has missed yet. 10 early points for Jalen Williams for the Thunder. And then Miles Turner with that illness, he's still been able to play 7 minutes to this point. I don't know that he's come out of the game yet. He's got 6 points for the Pacers. Siakam has 5. Miles Turner is the Pacers' leading scorer so far. Williams leading the way for the Thunder, as they have erased that 9-point deficit from earlier in the quarter. 24-24. Thunder not going quite as deep on their bench so far in this one. They've only gone 2 deep off the bench so far. But again, the Pacers going deep. Already 9 players have seen action in this game for Indiana in this first quarter, which still has 4:40 to go in it. Also going to update you on some other action going on around the country. We've got the College World Series going on. We've got Major League Baseball going on. I'm going to update you on a couple of scores there. Me being in the Midwest, there's a lot of Reds and Cubs fans, only about an hour and a half outside Cincinnati. So I'll update you on that Reds-Tigers game. The Tigers leading the Reds 3-2. That game is through 5.5. Of course, the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry resuming this weekend. 1-0 lead for the Red Sox, bottom of the 7th. Two struggling teams, Rockies and Braves. Rockies a 4-1 lead there. Angels and Orioles lead 1-0 in that one. Of course, College World Series getting underway in Omaha today. Louisville and Oregon State playing the nightcap. It's 2-1 Beavers in that one. Bottom of the 6th in Omaha there. But back here, the Thunder mentioned 64% shooting for the Thunder, 69 for the Pacers. Both teams over 60%. The Pacers 80% from three-point range. Thunder have only put up 2. They've made one of those for 50%. But again, the free throws, 9 for 9 for the Thunder, just 2 for 2 for the Pacers. Pacers already in the penalty in this first quarter. Thunder have only committed 1 first quarter foul. That's why the free throw disparity right there. For the Thunder, 9-2. Thunder shook up the starting lineup in this one tonight, put in Hartenstein in the starting lineup. And he has played 6 minutes to this point. Really a non-factor right now, but we know what he can do. He was a big factor the other night for the Thunder. So we're just about set to resume action following the timeout here. 24 apiece as McConnell brings it up for the Pacers. McConnell with it now. McConnell on the drive, spinning and puts up the reverse, but can't get it to go. And it's rebounded by the Thunder. And Dort loses it. He just lost that one. Siakam, Mathurin, and he's held by Williams. Just the second Thunder foul of the quarter, first on Williams. And the Pacers will inbound as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets a breather on the bench. They're going to say this is a shooting foul for Mathurin. 27-point game 3. And hits the first to put the Pacers back in front in this one. Pacers do not win that game 3 if not for Mathurin's performance off the bench. 27 points, and he didn't even come in the ballgame until the beginning of the second quarter. And we got a little scuffle behind Mathurin at the free throw line between Dort and Halliburton there as Mathurin hits the second, 26-24. A little pushing and shoving there between Dort and Halliburton there behind the free throw shooter. There's a turnover. Great hands there to force the turnover. Siakam is fouled. Two more free throws coming for the Pacers here. It is Siakam at the line. First free throw for Siakam up and missed it. First miss from the line for either team tonight. Game 5 will be Monday night in Oklahoma City. Get another 2-day break for travel here. It would be back at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis for Game 6, if needed, Thursday night, as Siakam hits 1 of 2, and the Pacers lead 27-24. Under 4 to go, opening quarter. Wiggins with it here for the Thunder. Wiggins gets inside, puts up an off-balance shot. That was not a good look by Wiggins that time. And the Pacers bring it back down floor. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton against Holmgren on him this time. Halliburton misses the long one, and it's rebounded by the Thunder. Williams and he missed it hard off the glass. Gets his own rebound. The putback is good for Williams. A dozen for Williams in the quarter, and it's a 1-point game, 27-26. Mathurin with it here. Mathurin and the Pacers turn it over. Somebody got a hand in there to deflect that pass. The Thunder give it right back. Siakam is fouled. Siakam will head back to the line where he just split 2 moments ago. I think they got Dort for that one. And Siakam will head back to the line for the Pacers for 2 more. First is good. 28-26. One more for Siakam. And good as well. 29-26. Pacers lead the Thunder. 2:55 to go, opening quarter. Wiggins finds Holmgren. Holmgren against Toppin. Holmgren, a tough turnaround against Toppin, no good. And it will be Indiana ball. Here's Halliburton with it. Bounce pass. Toppin for a 3. Back rim, no. Rebound Holmgren. Back come the Thunder as we're under 2.5 to go in the quarter. Caruso. Back to Williams. Williams. And the shot no good. It was Cason Wallace who just checked in, who has been starting for the Thunder, but they're bringing him in off the bench tonight. Siakam with a strong dunk inside. Siakam with 10 in the quarter, 31-26. Wallace to Caruso. Caruso driving, thought about the 3. Now we'll take the inside 2 and bank it in off the glass. Caruso brings the Thunder back within 3, 31-28. This is Siakam. Siakam spinning. Siakam off balance in the paint. No. Rebound Williams. 3-pointer at the other end. That's short. And it's rebounded by Indiana. And poked from behind and a turnover. Ahead to Caruso for the layup. And it's a 1-point game. 31-30. And Gilgeous-Alexander will return for the Thunder along with Hartenstein. As we're going to have a timeout here with 1:02 to play in the opening quarter. A 31-30 game. Indiana leading Oklahoma City. (31-30) our score with 1:02 to go in the quarter. Well, this is looking like it is going to be a high-scoring one tonight. Dozen for Jalen Williams leading the way for the Thunder. Caruso's added 7 off the bench. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander only getting 3 shots here in this first quarter. Pacers being led by Siakam's 10 in the quarter. Thunder shooting has cooled off a little. They're down now to 53%. Pacers have cooled off as well. They're down to 56. Both teams were in the 60s earlier in the quarter. Pacers still 57% from 3-point range. Haven't been a whole lot of rebounds because of the over 50% shooting for both teams. So 31-30. Siakam, as well as his 10 points, already has 4 steals in this game as well. As the Thunder have turned it over 5 times in the quarter. Here's McCollum putting up and in. TJ McCollum extends the Pacer lead to 3. Final 40 seconds, first quarter. Thunder can go 2 for 1 here. Gilgeous-Alexander will put it up and in, his second field goal for the MVP, 33-32. Difference of about 7 seconds, shot clock, game clock. McConnell's on the drive, spinning. McConnell is fouled. And McConnell will head to the line for the Pacers. I believe it was Isaiah Joe that picked up that foul. So McConnell heads to the line and hits the first. McConnell's second. On the way and rolls in. Lead is 3. Final 14 seconds of the quarter. Thunder can run for 1. And almost turned it over on the inbound. Here come the Thunder with 10 seconds. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander puts it up for 3. Shooting off the mark. Put back is good. With 0.8 and the heave will end the first quarter. That put back by Kenrich Williams, who checked into the game for the Thunder. And we have a 1-point game after 1. 35-34. Pacers lead the Thunder in a high scoring first quarter. Both teams well over 50% shooting, in the 55% range for both teams. Thunder had 17 turnovers in Game 3. They already had 5 in that first quarter. Again, the Pacers defense forcing some turnovers in this one. Jalen Williams led the way for the Thunder in the first quarter with 12. 7 out of Alex Caruso. 5 points for Dort, 4 each for Holmgren, Gilgeous-Alexander, and 2 out of Kenrich Williams. Pacers were led by Siakam's 10 in that first quarter. Miles Turner added 6, 4 apiece for Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell. 3 out of Nesmith, Nembhard, Halliburton, and 2 out of Mathurin. But again, he didn't come in the second quarter, or in the second Game 3 until the second quarter, and had a great performance with 27 points in that game. Rebounds not really a factor with the great shooting. Thunder a 10-7 edge there. So the Thunder, as mentioned, messed with the starting lineup, entered Hartenstein into the starting lineup tonight, and with him in the game, Thunder -7. So not sure if that move paid off for them or not. He replaced Cason Wallace in the starting lineup for the Thunder. But again, both teams utilizing their bench. It didn't look like it was going to be that way at the beginning of the quarter, but 10 players used by the Thunder, 9 for the Pacers. So both these teams definitely utilize their bench very, very, very well. Balance out the minutes, not overburden a couple players with minutes. There are few coaches in the league that do that. Chet Holmgren, he got that. He had that injury earlier in the quarter, but he looks like he's fine. He was hobbling there for a little while. It looks like he's okay now. Good to see that for him. 4 points for him. Free throws were 9-2 Thunder at one point. The Pacers actually ended the quarter shooting one more free throw than the Thunder did, 10-9, and both teams made 9 of them. Thunder made all 9 of theirs. Pacers were 9 for 10 from the free throw line. So the second quarter getting set to begin with the Pacers holding a 1-point lead after one, 35-34. Jalen Williams only got a brief breather for the Thunder in that first quarter and scoring his 12 points. As we're underway in the second, Pacers bring it up. A corner three to open the quarter is good. And the Pacers take a 4-point lead, 38-34. Gilgeous-Alexander brings it up for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander in the paint just above the foul line and gets it to go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's third field goal. He's got 6. McConnell with it now. McConnell finds Nembhard for a 3, round and out. Rebound Holmgren. That was halfway down and rimmed out. Here's Isaiah Joe. Joe with it. Outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander backing his way in, gets loose and lays it in to tie it at 38. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back-to-back field goals for the NBA MVP. McConnell with the floater inside. Answers to give the Pacers a 2-point lead. And driving inside there was Wallace, but can't finish, and back come the Pacers. Here's McConnell. And McConnell gets bumped by Isaiah Joe. That's going to be his second. First foul of the quarter on the Thunder. TJ McConnell, another force off the bench for the Pacers in Game 3. Big bench production for the Pacers in that Game 3 win. And McConnell will inbound here for Indiana. Siakam missed it long on the 3, and Gilgeous-Alexander pulls down the rebound for OKC. Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams with the jumper. That's a little long, but gets his own rebound. And the Thunder reset. Here's Holmgren. Knocked out of bounds by Mather, and it will stay with the Thunder with 9 on the shot clock. Kenrich Williams getting some significant minutes here for the Thunder early in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander nearly lost it and then gets fouled. Nembhard gets his second foul. And the Thunder to inbound. Gilgeous-Alexander has it blocked. Siakam got that block for the Pacers. And the Pacers turn it over. Back come the Thunder the other way. Joe for 3, short. Holmgren, the offensive rebound. That's swatted away. But it will be a foul and send Holmgren to the line. Looked like a lot of ball there for Miles Turner, but he gets whistled for the foul. First free throw by Holmgren is good. And Holmgren trying to tie it with the second free throw. 9:26 remaining, second quarter. And Holmgren hits two. The Thunder 11 for 11 from the free throw line, and we are tied at 40. 6 points to go along with 6 rebounds for Holmgren. Here's McConnell again. That one comes up short. Pacers keep it alive, and a three-pointer. Got it! Three-pointer gives the Pacers back to a 3-point lead, 43-40. Gilgeous-Alexander, boy, he's heating up now. That's 10 points for him, 43-42. McConnell with it. And inside to Turner, and Turner is fouled. Caruso returns for the Thunder as the Pacers will inbound. Here's Shepherd. Back to McConnell. McConnell thought about the three, instead gives it back to Shepherd. 6 to shoot for the Pacers. McConnell. Shot clock at 2. McConnell going to have to put this up. Gives it rid of it. Toppin with a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. No good. And it will go to the Thunder. I think the Pacers lost a little bit of track of the shot clock that time, as the Thunder look to retake the lead with 8.5 to go in the second. Caruso inbounds to Gilgeous-Alexander as he brings it up the floor. Nice pass underneath to give the Thunder the lead. Great look to Caruso, 44-43. Thunder back in front for the first time since early in the first quarter. McConnell. 10 to shoot. McConnell. Back outside to Turner. Turner will put up a 3. Missed it. Rebound Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder. Pacers have cooled off a little bit here. Gilgeous-Alexander outside to a wide open three-pointer, but missed it. Rebound to the Pacers. Boy, Williams was wide open in the corner. Pacers got a break there. McConnell. McConnell drives. McConnell gets loose and scores underneath as he got free and got the easy 2-point layup underneath. And the Pacers are back in front, 45-44. Thunder trying to answer, cannot. Toppin pulls down the board. Here's McConnell bringing it up for the Pacers, up 1 as we near 7 to play in the second quarter. McConnell thought about it again. Shepherd now to Nesmith. Nesmith, top of the key 3. No. Well long on that shot. McConnell keeps it alive. Extra possession for the Pacers. Nesmith has it blocked, and back come the Thunder. Wallace and Williams will finish. The pace has really picked up in this one as the Thunder lead at 46-45 at the 6:35 mark of the second quarter. Pace has picked up, but scoring has slowed significantly. After a first quarter where the teams combined for 69 points, halfway through the second quarter, the teams have combined for just 22, as the shooting has cooled off significantly. Thunder now at 52%. Pacers are now under 50% shooting, 48%. Pacers, I believe, in this game were 4 for 5 from three-point range at one point. Now they're 6 for 15, so they're just 2 for their last 10. They're now 40%. Gilgeous-Alexander maybe starting to take control a little bit for the Thunder as he scored 6 points here, 6 quick points here in the second quarter. So he's up to 10 points. Williams still leading the way for the Thunder with 12. Siakam still leading the way for Indiana with 10 points. He's the only one in double figures to this point. McConnell's getting close. He's got 8. 4 steals as well for Siakam to go along with those 10 points. So we've got a good one here. 46-45, the Thunder leading it with 6:35 to go in the second quarter. Mentioned at the outset, the Thunder have not lost back-to-back games all playoffs long, and the Pacers have not lost a game 4 in the playoffs. They had lost all of their previous game 3s in the playoffs prior to Wednesday night when they picked up that game 3 win over the Thunder. So the Thunder will either lose back-to-back games in the playoffs for the first time, or the Pacers will lose a game 4 for the first time in the playoffs. What will give? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's picked up. They gave Nembhard a little bit of a breather on the Pacers bench, putting Nesmith on Gilgeous-Alexander, and that wasn't as good of a matchup for the Pacers, it didn't appear, as Gilgeous-Alexander got 6 quick ones with that defensive switch with Nembhard on the bench. See if they put him back in at the timeout. 46-45, our score. Thunder have outscored the Pacers 12-10 so far in the second quarter, which has 6:35 remaining in it. Rebounds starting to pick up as well. 16-13 edge on the glass for the Thunder. So following the timeout, as Reggie Miller once again, of course, in attendance at Gainbridge, along with Mark Jackson, Jalen Rose making an appearance tonight. Travis Best, along with Derek McKee, they were on that Pacers NBA finals team back in 2000. D-Squared, Dale Davis, Detlef Schrempf. Pacers' only previous NBA Finals appearance was there in 2000, but they ran into Kobe, Shaq, and the Lakers got them in 6 games in that series. Back to action here as the Pacers have it down 1. Halliburton. Foul line jumper here, well short from Obi Toppin, and back come the Thunder. A three-pointer by Wallace is off the back rim for the Thunder, but they keep it alive. Here's Williams finding Caruso. Back to Williams. Sends it outside. Wallace gets another 3 look and missed it again. Rebound to Indiana. Here's Halliburton. Thunder now just 1 for 8 from three-point range. Pacers turn it over. Here's Caruso getting bumped at the other end, and he will head to the line for 2. I think Caruso's wanting that to be upgraded, and we've got some words being exchanged after that foul. It was a hard foul, and it's going to be interesting to see if they go to the monitor to see if it should be upgraded, and it appears they're going to. Toppin got the foul. It was a hard foul. Looking at that, is there a replay here? It would not surprise me if the way it's called these days, if this is not upgraded. It was a very hard foul given by Toppin. I have a feeling this one's going to be upgraded to a flagrant 1. So they are at the monitor reviewing the foul. So we'll see where this goes. Then Hartenstein and Toppin afterwards underneath the basket exchanged some words, and Toppin got a little push in there on Hartenstein. So they're sorting this out here. They're still looking at it at the monitor. And the officials are getting together and discussing. I didn't catch what the call on the floor was. I think the foul call on the floor was just a common foul, and we're going to get the call. No, we're not. Now we're going to get the call. All right, so they did determine at Hartenstein and Toppin get a double technical for the little skirmish under the basket after the foul, and it is a flagrant one foul on Toppin. So the Caruso will have 2 free throws, and the Thunder will keep the ball. Looking at the replay, when it originally went to replay, I thought that was probably going to get upgraded to a flagrant one. Caruso hits them both, and the Thunder will maintain possession as well with the flagrant foul call. 48-45, Thunder with 5:46 to go, second quarter. And that's shot, and we got another foul on Indiana. Turner with number 2. So now with the flagrant one and the little extracurricular under the basket, are the officials going to buckle down and call this a little more tightly now? See that quite often once that happens. Wiggins was fouled by Turner there. Wiggins heads to the line. Oklahoma City in the penalty as well. Wiggins rimmed out the first free throw. That's the Thunder's first miss from the line. They had hit their first 13. Wiggins 1 of 2 as he hits the second. 49-45. Thunder lead the Pacers as we approach 5.5 to go, second quarter. Turner. Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton with a bad pass. Caruso with the steal. Caruso fouled again underneath the basket. They're going to get Mathurin. I'm sorry, excuse me, no foul, just out of bounds. Now we have a foul underneath on the drive by Williams. Thunder will be shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. Nesmith whistled for this foul for the Pacers. That's his second. And Williams heads to the line for the Thunder. First free throw by Williams is good. It's his first point of the second quarter. As McConnell returns for the Pacers, he replaces Shepard. One more coming for Jalen Williams. Got it. Thunder lead by 6 now, 51-45. McConnell with it. McConnell outside. Here's a three-pointer. Air ball. Kept alive by the Pacers. Caruso. No, they knocked it off Indiana. It's going to go in the Thunder. Thought that was off Caruso, but they say it's off of Nesmith, and actually Nesmith's foot's out of bounds when he came down with the ball, so that is the correct call, and it will be Thunder ball. It's Caruso getting a breather here. Up the floor come the Thunder, up 6. Holmgren tries a three. That rimmed out. Rebound to Indiana. That would have pushed the Oklahoma City lead to 9, but now they're now just 1 for 9 from three-point range. Halliburton misses a three at the other end, and Dort pulls it down for the Thunder. 4.5 to go, second quarter. Dort, the pull-up, short. Rebound, Mathurin. Here's McConnell bringing it up for the Pacers. Down a half dozen. McConnell dribbles it out, and the Pacers reset. Here's Halliburton. Here's a corner. A three-pointer is good. I think they wanted to get the foul as well, but that did not come. Cuts the lead in half, 51-48, and that's an offensive foul on the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander was bringing it up the other end, but they got a illegal screen called on Chet Holmgren. Halliburton will inbound for the Pacers. Turnover starting to pile up a little bit. 6 for the Thunder, 8 for the Pacers. 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Halliburton with it. 10 to shoot for the Pacers. Halliburton, inside it goes. Missed it on the layup. Rebound to the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with it for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander with the right hand, and he scores. He's got a dozen now. And it's 53-48. Halliburton. Nice look inside and the finish. Great look feed inside as Halliburton found Siakam underneath. It's 53-50. And a timeout called by the Thunder. $53-50. The Thunder lead over the Pacers with 3:19 to go, quarter number 2. Halliburton finding his man underneath Siakam. Siakam now at 12. That is his first 2 points here in the second quarter. Well, after that offensive Offensive shootout in that first quarter, 35-34, with 3:19 to go in the second quarter. Neither team has reached the 20-point mark in the second quarter yet. Thunder shooting down to 46%. The Pacers are at also 46%, but the Thunder just 1 for 9 from three-point range. That bad three-point shooting is actually kind of what's keeping the Pacers in the game right now. Pacers 7 of 18 for 39%. Both teams excellent at the free throw line. Both teams have only missed one free throw apiece. Rebounds pretty even, a 20-17 edge there for the Thunder. Said earlier, turnovers starting to pile up. 8 for the Pacers, 6 for the Thunder. Williams still leading the way for the Thunder with 14. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has 12. Caruso now in double figures with 11. Pacers still just the one in double figures. Siakam with 12. McConnell's close. He's got 8. Nesmith and Turner 6 apiece. 53-50. The Thunder lead the Pacers. Update from that College World Series game. Oregon State now leads Louisville 3-1 as that game has reached the top of the 8th inning in Omaha. Earlier today in the College World Series, the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina winning 7-4 over Arizona. Coastal Carolina looking for their second College World Series championship and won one a few years back. Couple of Major League Baseball scores. Reds now trail the Tigers 7-2. That game in the bottom of the 7th. Yankees have tied up the Red Sox 1-1. It's in the bottom of the 9th. Pirates beat the Cubs earlier today, 2-1. Pittsburgh's been on a little bit of a roll here recently, the Pirates. But here it is 53-50 Thunder leading the Pacers with 3:19 remaining in quarter number 2. Second quarter has been the most competitive quarter of this series, the entire of this first 3 games of this series. Thunder +3 in the second quarter through the first 3 games. They are +4 tonight. As we're about to resume action following the timeout, it will be Thunder basketball. And Caruso receives the inbound. Caruso brings it up against Siakam. Caruso finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with 6 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander. Nembhard back in there. Caruso misses a 3. Rebound Nesmith. Halliburton with it. Halliburton finds Nesmith. Back to Halliburton. Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Halliburton gets inside. Finds Nesmith. Nesmith rimmed out, but there's a follow jam off the miss for Obi Toppin. 53-52. That's 6 for Toppin. Gilgeous-Alexander back the other way, turns it over. The 7th Thunder turnover. Here's Halliburton. Stepped in the passing lane of that pass. Here's Toppin back to Halliburton. Halliburton. And the Pacers give it up. That's their 9th turnover. Caruso back the other way for the Thunder. Under 2 to go, second quarter. Williams on the drive. Williams with the right hand puts it up and in. Williams has 16 in the half for the Thunder, and they take the 3-point lead back. Toppin is going to be fouled. And the officials are going to the monitor here as Rick Carlisle not happy on the Pacer bench. I think they're reviewing to see if a flagrant needs to be called here. Oh, on the Caruso got the original hit, and then Dort got Toppin across the top of the head. I think that's the foul that doesn't get questioned right now. Dort coming off across the top of Toppin's head, and the officials are looking at it. Second review in the span of, 4 minutes of game time? Boy, Dort's a big, muscular guy. That's a big hand coming across the top of your head if you're Hobie Toppin. Sure, that did not feel good. Caruso probably had an initial foul as he hit Toppin on the arm, and then is when Dort comes through and gets Toppin on top of the head. It's gotten quite physical here in this first half between these two teams. They are still looking at this. The last foul they looked at was upgraded to a flagrant 1. See if this one gets upgraded as well. And they have called a flagrant 1 foul after the video review. So Toppin will head to the line for 2, and the Pacers will keep possession. And Toppin hits the first. 55-53, one more coming for Toppin. Missed the second, so it will stay 55-53, and the Pacers will maintain possession with a chance to tie or lead with the 3. Halliburton will inbound. Held to 3 points on just 1 for 4 shooting in this first half. Does have 5 assists. Tough shot there. It is good nonetheless. And we are tied at 55. Siakam with that basket there. He's got 14. Thunder back the other way. Williams, I believe, dribbled it right off his foot, and he did. A turnover for the Thunder. 1:20 to go, second quarter. Siakam. Here's Halliburton. Reverses for the lead for the Pacers underneath. Halliburton with just his second field goal. He's got 5.5. His only other field goal was from the beginning of the Pacer logo at midcourt back in the first quarter. Under a minute, second quarter. Hartenstein. Pull-up jumper for Wallace is good, and we're tied again, this time at 57. Nembhard. Siakam with it. Pacers could have gone 2 for 1 here. Waited a little too long. Layup at the other end, and it's good. Halliburton with an and one opportunity. As Halliburton goes to his dad, they're right sitting right behind the basket. His dad, that's my boy right there. Chance for a three-point play for Halliburton. The foul was on Hartenstein. And the three-point play converted, 60-57. And the Pacers actually can get the ball back, so there's a 4-second difference between the clocks. Halliburton all of a sudden with 8, got 5 quick ones here in the final minute here in the second quarter. Pull-up jumper, going to run out. And the Pacers with 8 seconds bring it up. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton finds Siakam to a wide open Nembhard for 3, missed it. The putback is no good. That would have counted had that dropped. And we have reached halftime in game 4. A little 5-0 spurt at the end of the half by Tyrese Halliburton has the Pacers up by 3, 60-57 at intermission. Folks, I'm going to take about a 6-7 minute pause here. I will come back here in just a few minutes, run down the first half stats, give you some scores from other action, and get you ready for the second half. Again, going to take about a 6-7 minute pause. I will be back with you here in just a few minutes.